I'm so glad for my experiences. Like, yes, and I want to go back to that because, yes, you have to have faith, but also you can just look around you and see evidence. I thought about a story. Speak in your life. I really thought about that because, and it took me a while because there's so many instances of speaking my life, whether I'm conscious of it or not. I have been able to identify the moments where I said the thing after the thing has happened, you know, and in all of the instances, there are similarities, but it all boils down to speaking the thing that you know in your body will happen. There's a thing that happens or that I witnessed that's in my body. Like it just is. There's no, oh, I gotta do this or I'm striving. It's just this is happening or this is. And the example that came to me today was starts in 2020 and it laid out the next 2 years in revenue. It was all kind of other things happening, but that thing happened. So in December 17th, 2020, I got quarantined with Fatima and my mama. Oh my God. My mama brought COVID to my house for Christmas. Merry Christmas. So the quarantine was December 17th to December 31st. And oh, we went through some changes in that house, but that's not the point of this story. The point of this story is um, in my office, I was working on what's going to happen in the next year because we're working on 2021 now. It's 2021 now. What's going to happen? And so I'm writing on the vision board. Not really a vision board. I'm writing the budget. I'm writing the things. I'm visioning what's going to happen in the business. And I write on the board, Raw's consultants will have contracts worth $200,000 in 2021. In the next year is what it's saying. The next year. Yeah. And went ahead with the rest of the visioning, blah, blah, blah. But when I wrote it and I read it and I said, and moved on. And so in 2021, Kiki passed away that January. Went to Jamaica with Fatima. Wonderful time. Came back, shut my life down in Baton Rouge, and moved to Atlanta. Not really knowing how I was going to work this thing out, but knew I needed to go and see about chastity. And I had some contracts, but they were kind of coming to an end. So it was just a good time to go. And I said, well, let's see what happens. I got there and I got a voicemail on a Friday evening from Sam Quava, who was the the corporate director of HR for Dimension Development Corporation, who I work for at the Spring Hill Suites and at the Baton Rouge Marriott. My hotel sold to Oliver Companies, and I stayed at the hotel. So I stopped working for Dimension Development. But Sam Quaver called, and he said he had he heard that I was a free agent, that I was consulting, and that he needed some task force work done like immediately, and could I give him a call back? No, that's not what he said. He said he had a GM opportunity, give him a call back. And immediately I'm like, I'm done with hospitality. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I was thinking, I don't want to take a job, but I'm a consultancy. Let's see if he's open to task force opportunities. And so I called him back on that Monday, and he was trying to sell me on moving to St. Louis. And I finally had to cut him off. I said, look here, Sam, I'm not going to do what you want me to do, but here's what I can offer you. Because that is not winning for me. That's not winning for me. And everybody got to win. Here's what I can do. I can do you some task force. I will get them hotels, and this contract could be indefinite. But I'm not signing on to move to no St. Louis, Missouri. My best friend just died. I'm seeing by I ran it down. He was like, got it. He was like, but task force is good. That's even better. I said, and I will help you find a GM. It's fine. I will help you find who you need, and as well as open your hotels, because they were in dire straits. Let me tell you what was going on in these hotels. Who, baby? This is a Fairfield Inn Town Place Suites, sister properties that sat next to each other in Fenton, Missouri. And the Fairfield Inn was not open at the moment. Craziness. Like you got a hotel and you're not taking any reservations. Hotel is closed. The Town Place, neither one of these places have a GM because the GM was unceremoniously let go because he was having some illicit activity problems. I just Let's just leave it at that. I don't really know what was going down, but so the person was let go on Wednesday. They didn't had to bring people from the nearest hotels, and I think that were in Shreveport, like 5 hours away, because Dimension's not a huge company, but 5 hours away. And these people are like, it's tough. So I tell him, I'll take this contract because this is kind of my hallelujah. I'm the cleanup woman. They send me to places where it's it's some foolishness, and it's fun because let's figure out how everybody wins in this situation. It's a blast. But baby, this one was a challenge. But I enjoyed myself, I'll say that. So I negotiate the contract. I said, okay. He said, well, we usually bring do our task force managers and bring them back at their old salary. And I was like, yeah, that's probably not gonna work. I said, well, just send me the contract and I'm gonna read it, and then I'll, if we need to negotiate, we'll do it then. He said, okay, cool. I'll have my assistant send it over to you. The lady sent the contract over. I read the contract. I was like, this is not my past. This is not my past salary. But I did the little math on it. I said, oh, let me go and sign this because this has to be a typo. Has to be, and I'm okay with it, you know? So as I was doing that, I annualized this contract. When I annualized this contract, this one contract was $196,000. And when I did that math, I instantly thought back to when I was standing there looking at that board in quarantine. I said, God dog, I said that shit because I speak my life. I said that. I said I wanted a $200,000 a year. And I had it. I worked for it now. Baby, I was stretched and grew during that tenure. Oh, I had a great time though. And I got a chance to witness lives that I had never witnessed before. Like new types of people, but the same hearts, very unique souls that were familiar. And I spoke that. That is amazing how we can just say things and we say them and we physically put the energy into the universe. We are able with this instrument that we have to initiate and co-create a universe by our being, because what they said in the Bible, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Yeah, that's the that that word, that om, the Hindu people, the yeah, that om, the sound of the universe, that vibration, that undercurrent that's always there. That's the word. That's God. And we are so blessed to be able to co create because we have an instrument, our body, our voice, to co create in this universe. Mm, you speak your life. I'm interested to know how this story relates to you listening to it. Like, where have you spoken your life? Witness yourself, because there's a RAW-ism for this. I am unique, but I'm not special. All the magic that resides in me resides in everything else. It might not be to the same degree and expressed in the same manner, but it's there. You know, that's not a question. So where is that? How have you spoken your life? Has it been conscious, unconscious? What are you speaking over yourself currently? What you want? This is why we do this, why we in this thing, because I speak my life and I've decided that in my life I choose ease and pleasure. So I have made it a practice to use language that promotes ease and pleasure in my body, so that then when I am speaking my life, the tone is easy. It's pleasurable. It's beautiful, you know? So these are the things that we'll examine in satsang. Like, I want a witness. Tell me about how you speak your life. I might get an idea of how I might be more efficient in my speaking of my life. Because everything in your life is about you. And so everything in my life is about me. We come together and I'm gonna listen and think, how does this apply to me? And I'd like for you to do the same. Because it's your life. It's my life. We get together to witness each other's in the betterment of our own. Always. Always. My effort is to be more raw. That's the message I hope to spread, to inspire you. Be more real with yourself. Be honest so that you can speak your life clearly. Be authentic with the people around you so that when you speak your life, it is heard clearly. So that your vibration might, your frequency might bounce clearly off the next person and go to the next person and go to the next person, because you never know where your words are repeated and how they come back to you. You send the vibration out and your blessings come back. If you ain't being real with it going out, what's coming back to you is not going to be real either. It's not going to be what you intended. It's going to be what you sent out. But what you sent out wasn't what was authentic. So be authentic with the people around you, because the people around you want you to win, because your winning inspires their winning, and everybody want to win. And speak your life to be willful with it. Like, it's your life. I know that you speak your life. When you decide what it is that you want, you are clear and you're able to be more willful in the world. Your voice, your desire, your will pierces. I feel it pierces more efficiently. Like, I want this thing to be easy. Make it more easy. When my will is clear, when I know what it is I want, when I know I'm in alignment with all the things that are going around, I can create situations where everybody wins. I know I could be more willful. I know I'm going to get what I want, because what I want is what everybody wants. And if everybody want what I want, baby, we gonna all get what we want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You speak your life. I look forward to talking about this in Satsang. Sit with this. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching the first RAW-ism Talk. I'll see you soon. I love you so much. BMoRaw, baby.